Before we get to that, though, let's welcome in a guy who's an absolute NCAA tournament icon and legend because, well, he's Bryce Drew. He hit the shot in Oklahoma City in 1998, and he's the head coach of the Lopes of Grand Canyon. And Bryce, how are you? How you doing on this Wednesday, second day of the first four?
Hey, we're excited. As you know, NCAA tournament never gets boring. It's always exciting, any opportunity you get. So we can't wait to get to Spokane and play Friday.
Okay, so let me ask you about your tournament championship game. You're winning the game. You're up 10. One of your players goes in for a dunk. We've all seen the ball toss, but I have to tell you, look, you were a basketball star growing up in Indiana and then playing for your dad, but you showed some great, like, offensive lineman moves. You had your high hands. Your stance was good. What's that like to prevent a brawl when your team had just qualified for making the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, Colin, our player Moore, got the breakaway, and I was trying to tell him, bring it out, bring it out. Obviously, he went and dunked. We'd rather him not do that. But my big concern was I saw our players sprinting down the court, and obviously in the tournament, we didn't want our whole team suspended going into next week. So it was more just a reaction going out there, trying to get our guys off the court as soon as possible. Thought the refs did a great job. Didn't have us shake hands or anything just to make sure everything was good. But what a wild sequence, especially to end a game. I don't think I've ever been, a part of anything like that.
What were the emotions like for you? Obviously a lot. We know of your dad's success, your brother's success. Your family, your parents moved obviously to the desert to help support you. You go back probably a year and a half ago, and things weren't great at GCU. And then last year, you guys finished kind of with a great finishing kick. And then this year, it's been awesome. But to go from where you were when you lost your job at Vanderbilt to qualifying for the NCAA tournament at GCU, winning that conference tournament championship, what are those emotions like for you personally?
Yeah, you're around sports your whole life, family of basketball, and there's ups and downs, and you're gonna get kicked down, and what are you gonna do when that happens? And so, I really tried just to get better. I really tried to learn from my past. I tried to keep moving forward. God put some great people in my life. One's Jerry Colangelo, been a great mentor for me out here in Phoenix, as far as a coach, as far as a leader. And, I just love our program. I love what our culture is. I love what our school allows us to do here. And we're really thankful, won 29 games and now have a chance to, play for, our third NCAA tournament in 4 years. So it was a pretty special time for myself and for our program.
All right. So is there like if you were to gamble with Scott in terms of how far you go in the NCAA tournament, like you get handicapped because you're like, hey, look, we're just GCU. Forget about the fact we got unbelievable home court advantage and we got this stellar squad. Like, how does it work in the brotherly discussion over how far you go in the tournament?
Yeah, well, first we don't bet, that as coaches in the NCAA, we can't do that. But we've talked. I mean, obviously, LA is the destination next weekend, and how awesome would that be if we were both in LA? Getting a chance, possibly to play each other. So, and in March, anything can happen, as we all know. And, I'm pulling for Baylor to beat Colgate, win their next round, and then us, and hopefully be in LA together.
Okay, so the matchup. When the brackets come down, what do you think about your matchup?
You've seen them several times too. They remind me of the Butler teams that made the Final Four years ago. They're so physical. I think offensively, everyone knows how well they execute, and they're going to run their stuff. They're going to get the spots that they want. But I think what makes them, superior is their defense and rebounding. They're so physical, and they don't make mistakes on defense. And then, they just pound you on the glass. And so they can beat you in a variety of ways. Our team, kind of what we do is we play really aggressive, and we're really competitive. And so we want to make sure we keep those characteristics, on both ends of the court, against them, while giving our guys freedom, because our guys play with freedom. They're not we aren't an extremely great execution team, but our guys are really reactive and really aggressive.